Daryl Washington is a dumb shit. And with that in mind, it is time for me to react to the latest group of 10 in this year's top 100 players. And the reason why I haven't been, bitchy as much as last year is because, it's because this year I haven't really had much of a problem with this list. I mean, just a few petty bullshit, but in any event, let me continue now. Because 60 through 51 is tomorrow. Or tomorrow, whatever. I gotta put quotation marks on which is so annoying sometimes. I do apologize for that. But let's move on. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Quickly. Number 70. Nick Foles, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, 27 interceptions to 2 interceptions. Wow. Really? No, Eli Manning threw 27 interceptions. Nick Foles threw 27 touchdown passes. Yes, some of them were garbage touchdowns. He only threw 2 interceptions. Despite the fact they only started 10 games. And of course, those 2 garbage, those garbage touchdowns, one was against the Broncos. Who cares? But people are bitching and complaining now. First, they were bitching about Romo being higher than Kaepernick. Now they're bitching about Nick Foles being higher than Kaepernick. Well, I hate to break it to you. Nick Foles can read defenses better than Colin Kaepernick. People need to stop this shit. This one read and then take off shit is not fucking new, okay? People have done this shit constantly. Michael Vick was one of the first guys. And before that, Rick Mirer. Oh yeah, I'm comparing Colin Kaepernick to Rick Mirer. Because guess what? Kaepernick, I don't care what anyone says, Kaepernick did not improve that much. I don't want to hear shit about, he didn't have a healthy Michael Crabtree. He still had Vernon Davis and Anquan Boldin. Sometimes 2 good targets should be enough. Okay, what the fuck is this? And if Kaepernick would go to his 2nd read and his 3rd read sometimes, he would be, if he'd go through his progressions, he would be a lot higher this year than he was last year. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. So let's stop with this bullshit. Foles deserves to be higher than Kaepernick. I mean, come on. He had 27 touchdown passes despite starting 10 games. And besides, you should be happy that Jason Peters and one of his former teammates is actually higher than Nick Foles, because it was those 2 players that were the reason. Heck, Evan Mathis should be higher than Nick Foles. I'll argue that. Alright, 69 is Justin Smith. Underrated. I'm sorry, underrated. I mean, should be top 50, no questions asked. Because it's because of him that is the reason why Aldon Smith is where he is able to get the numbers. The same reason why Navarro Bowman is considered a good linebacker. The only reason why Navarro Bowman is a good linebacker is because people have to account for Patrick Willis. That's not saying Navarro Bowman sucks. Absolutely not. He's a damn good linebacker. But Justin Smith should be a lot higher. I'm sorry. I mean, not that much higher, but not a lot higher, but you know what I mean. Alright, 68 is Jared Allen, defensive end of the now Chicago Bears. Man, he keeps getting lower on the countdown for some reason each year. Or whatever there. But now he's with the Chicago Bears. And I think he's good. I think he'll have one more good season. He is getting older. We do have to remind people that he's getting older and he plays in a physical position. Fine. What the fuck ever there. Are his best days behind him? Absolutely. Just ask a guy named Robert Mathis. Oh, did I say that? Damn. Anyway, 67 is Jason Peters, and yes, he should be higher than Foles, because he's the reason why Foles was able to have a good season. And I'll be fair on this, had Peters not suffered a torn ACL or torn Achilles, whatever the fuck that injury was, back in 2012, in the preseason of all things, who knows how people would have looked at Michael Vick. But I still stand by it, but I'm sorry that I keep mentioning this fucking asshole. I'm trying not to fucking bash the guy, okay? Because you get fucking sick of it every once in a while. But of course, whatever, moving on. But yeah, it's about time Jason Peters is recognized as being a good left tackle. Oh, by the way, that was a guy that Buffalo drafted, and they gave him away, just like Buffalo gives away all good fucking players, offensively and defensively. Buffalo knows how to draft players, they just don't know how to fucking keep them. Get the fuck out of here. 66 is Cameron Wake. He finally gets that fucking bump up that he deserves. He should be fucking higher. Okay, get the fuck out. And I forgot that I had a feeling Cameron Wake was going to be on this list. I don't know why I didn't think that Cameron Wake was going to be on this list. Fucking A. But yeah, whatever. Had another monster season. That Dolphins defense is not top 10, but, you know, still a pretty good defense. You know, very underrated defense. In my opinion, anyway. It's just that their offense is fucking suck. Just that their offense sucks, dick. Moving on. 65 is Cam Chancellor. Should be higher. Come on. We all saw the Super Bowl last year, of course, where Cam Chancellor was all over the fucking field. Ringing Demaryius Thomas's bell and fucking picking off a Peyton Manning pass. That alone should be a sign that he should be a lot fucking higher, okay? Yes, even higher than Troy Polamalu. More on that in a second. Oops, spoiler, my bad. Anyway, 64 is Derek Johnson, linebacker of the Kansas City Chiefs. Only dropped a few spots, but pretty much right where he's at. Yeah, he's still one of the good players on that Kansas City Chief defense, along with Barry and along with Tamba Hali, who should be on this countdown once again. Alright, 63 is Deshaun Jackson. For some reason, he should be higher. I'm sorry, he should be a lot higher too. 2 years ago, I would have said. 2 years ago, I said that this guy was a self-entitled fucking prick. This, that, and the other. That most of these players that vote are self-entitled pricks themselves. What the fuck ever there. But this year, I gotta take a different stance, because this guy had a monster fucking year. Tied a career high in touchdown receptions. A career high in receptions. Not 100 receptions, but still a career high, and a career high in receiving yards. You know, he had his best fucking season. Will it be even better now that he's with the Redskins and with Robert Griffin playing quarterback? You know, NFC East has some interesting quarterbacks. I'll give you that. But we're talking about Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, should be a lot fucking higher. And it was a fucking joke. I didn't really take a side yet, but I gotta take Deshaun's side now for, you know, because I knew this thing was fucking bullshit. And whatever there. Allegation. The reason the Eagles just didn't want to pay him the $10.5 million, which he fucking deserved after the performance he had. Okay, what the fuck? Bullshit. Moving on. 62, Marcel Darius, defensive tackle of the Buffalo Bills, 7.5 sacks. No, we normally don't see defensive tackles other than J.J. Watt get more than 7.5 sacks in a season. You know, but yeah, this guy is a hell of a... Buffalo's got an underrated pass rush. Mario Williams, even though the money they gave him is ridiculous. Kyle Williams, of course. Kiko Alonso, of course. Kiko just underwent a minor procedure recently, whatever. But yeah, Buffalo, just like Miami, very underrated defense. A pretty good defense. It's just that their offense fucking sucks. Same thing, you know. Imagine that, too. And they both play in the AFC East. Imagine that, too. All right, 61 is Troy Polamalu. Sorry I gave it away, but I'm fine with Polamalu at 61. It's just that I believe, this is just my opinion, but Cam Chancellor should be higher than Polamalu. And no disrespect to Mr. Polamalu, because he had one hell of a fucking season last year. And he played all 16 games, I believe. So, you know, shit, this talk of him being injury prone late in his career, that talks can die down until the 2014 season starts, and then all bets are off. But the guy had a hell of a season last year. I mean, and of course we all remember that play against the Titans in the season opener where he timed the snap count perfectly, and then I believe Ahmad Brooks in the divisional round tried to pull his own version of Troy Polamalu. Problem was Cam Newton outsmarted him, and we all remember that. But yeah, hey, hell of a fucking season. So I could understand the arguments of why people think Polamalu should be higher. I think 61's about right. No disrespect to him, but come on, he's getting old, and you know, oh wait, and just like Jared Allen, you know, he's getting older in a position where you have to be physical, right? Isn't that how it fucking works? But in any event, no real complaints on this list either, other than Nick Foles being, although other than Evan Mathis should be higher than Nick Foles, and that's it. Colin Kaepernick, the fanboyism. Here's the type of people, I'll make this real quick. Here's the type of people that think that Kaepernick should be higher than Nick Foles. Nick Foles haters who think that Nick Foles is just a one-shot wonder, which is complete utter bullshit, because other than a few rookie mistakes that he made in 2012, he didn't play that fucking poorly. He played pretty fucking good, alright? So yeah, Foles haters, Kaepernick fanboys, and forgive me, but Niner fans. Or Niner homers, rather. Some Niner fans fucking understand that he needs to improve, you know. I got no problem with that. You know, and I have no problem with people standing behind Kaepernick. That's what a good fan does. However, he also criticizes him when he has the chance. When you know that he can't fucking get to that next level yet. You know? And I'm not saying it right, but I'm fucking tired. And this video needs to be uploaded quickly. Because like I said, 60 through 51 is tomorrow. And I'm sorry, I've been doing these, 6 days later after the episode was already been shown. But you gotta understand, you gotta understand, life just gets in the way sometimes. It's just simple as that. So that's it for this week's installment. Later, fuckers.